I think that tablets are a wonderful thing, and I love it when everybody kind of waves their hand and says that everything is going to be going wireless. But in New York City, there's a problem. You can no longer make a telephone call using a 3G phone because all of the bandwidth is being used by people downloading pornography. Now, you have to go back to 2.5G or Edge in order to make a telephone call because all of the 3G is people watching pornography on their phone. And this is a law, which I call Hall's Law, which says that no matter how much wireless bandwidth you give somebody, they are going to use more than you could possibly give. So, when you're using wireless technology, the way you solve the problem is you keep making your wireless cells smaller and smaller. And you use less and less power in each one of those cells, and your bandwidth is there. So what AT&T had to do was they had to put up lots more antennas to make their cells smaller so that the same bandwidth could satisfy a fewer number of people inside of each cell. That's like what happened last year at Campus Party. They had lots and lots and lots of wireless here. They had more wireless than anybody ever dreamed of. And you guys sucked it all up in about 10 minutes because you were watching all that porn. Now I know what you were doing. You were actually downloading new copies of Linux and porn. So, with Kawa, because every single node is a wireless mesh repeater hooked to a wired backhaul, we can adjust the power on those wireless mesh repeaters so that we're not overlapping with the other wireless mesh repeaters. This allows us to effectively increase the bandwidth capability and make picocells. Incredibly small cells. This is already being done in the United States with something called a femtocell. It's a thing that allows your cellular telephone to connect to a unit in your house, which then captures your cellular telephone call and sends it through the internet to the telephone company. It's a picocell. The problem is that there's not very many of them. They're expensive, and the telephone company can't afford to put up that many more towers. So we have to do something, because wireless, unless there's a miracle that happens, will be used up. And what will have to happen is the government will have to take away bandwidth from other uses. That's very difficult to do. So Project Kawa is a solution which allows you to use your tablet. It allows you to use your wireless Wi-Fi phone at much higher speeds because you have these picocells created.